Hello, welcome to the Bearded Horror Review. My name is Dan, aka the Boogey Man, and on this show I will watch a horror movie, either a classic or a new release, talk about some good points, talk about some bad points, if there are any of either, give it a rating out of 10 if I remember to do it, and let you know if I think the film is worth a watch or not, in my humble opinion. And on this episode I'm going to be talking about a new release that has just come out last weekend, Companion.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah, so Companion stars Jack Raddy Quaid and the girl from Heretic, and I can't remember her name, so here it is. And it is it's a new kind of horror comedy kind of thing. So yeah, let's talk about it. But before I carry on, I am gonna say, even before I talk about the plot, spoilers. I wanted to go into this film as blind as possible. Unfortunately, I got some information before I went in, so there is a bit of like a build-up of like a twist almost in the first act. So if you don't want to know anything about this movie at all, spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. And if you can leave a like and subscribe if you are enjoying these videos, guys, it is a little thing for you, but it means a lot to me and it really helps out the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. So Companion, yeah, it's brand new, came out just last weekend. I went to see it, and I was really glad that I went to see it in the cinema. I almost wasn't going to go watch it. I hadn't been feeling so great, and after Presents, I needed a break from big screens, but I went and watched it anyway, and I was really glad I did, because yeah, this is a film.
What is she talking about, Josh?
But like I said earlier in the video, guys, spoilers if you don't want to know anything about it, because the plot has a twist in the first act. So Jack Quaid is taking his girlfriend to a cabin in the middle of nowhere that is being hosted by his female friend and her boyfriend, and they are joined by another couple as well. And during the time there, the owner of the house, who is this Russian guy, comes on to Jack Quaid's girlfriend, and she ends up stabbing him, and a lot of kind of chaos goes from there. And this is what I talk about, the first act twist. It turns out she is a robot. It's set at a generic time, in the future at some point, where they've got, remote controlled cars, and they've got different kinds of phones, and they have robots that look like this. They look like people. But what people do is, when they're single, they get a companion robot. It is a robot that will do everything an iPhone can do. Also, it is imprinted upon you as a partner. You do all the kind of relationship stuff with it, including the dirty stuff. And yeah, they're just your perfect partner that you buy and program to love you. And it turns out that this particular one ends up killing this guy, and it ends up wanting to live. It doesn't want to die, which is, it realizes will happen because it's killed someone. Something bad has happened, you've killed someone. Not usually go very well for you. So yeah, so she ends up running off and spends the film trying to survive. I really enjoyed this film. This is exactly the palate cleanser I needed after Presents. It is a short 1.5 hour movie. It's 15, so it's not like ridiculously violent. It is the grown-up and funnier version of Mithrigan, essentially. It knows what it is. It's just a good time. It has a few twists and turns, it has a couple of kills in it, it has some references to other things, and it has compelling characters. It spends the first 20 minutes building up our characters. You get to know them. You get to know them in a very natural way, which a lot of films don't take the time to do anymore. We get to know everything about these people that we need to know. And the great thing that they do is they essentially focus on one character, our companion robot, whose name is...
There have been 2 moments in my life when I was happiest.
And yeah, so we see everything through her lens. We get to see the relationship from how she feels about it. It opens with, the meet cute that these two had. And it's just light-hearted and fun. It takes the premise and goes, what can we do with it? And the great thing I loved about it was they didn't go, oh god, this one robot's gone rogue, this could be the end of civilization. It's like your iPhone going on the fritz. It's like, oh, but right, phone's broke. Right, okay, we'll get a replacement for it. It's gone and done something stupid. And the reason it goes stupid, I'm not going to give it away, is because of certain things and what people can and can't do with technology. And it's just kind of grounded in this world of like can only this is just a normal thing for them. It's not like he's the only one with a companion bot. In fact, there's a character in the film that has an older model, and they kind of talk about how like you haven't upgraded, you've got the old version. You know, it's normal. It's like we would be with a phone or a laptop or whatever, you know, so, or like a console. So it's really good in that respect. Everybody in this film is likable to a degree, or you can see where they're coming from, or they're detestable.
I'm Josh.
Which is some of the characters. But in a good way. It makes you root for our companion. I think her name is Izzy. I can't remember. If it is Izzy, it'll say, or not, it'll say it down here. Yeah, so it's just a fun story. It was really entertaining. Like I said, it was short. It didn't stay too long, which is something I've been saying a lot about films of last year. They were just too long. They overstayed their welcome. But this one is short, it's compact, it knows exactly what it's doing. It's got a fun premise. It does some fun things with it. It also takes the idea of certain personalities and, you know, has fun with them. It also takes the idea of people thinking they are smarter than they are and proving them wrong, which is really entertaining to see. And the stuff that they could do with this premise, you know, they could have gone crazy all out, but they do some fun things with it that we don't really see in these kinds of things. You know, it's always usually like a prototype and it's really serious, or it could be the end of the world, and it's not in this. It is just a fun, entertaining horror comedy almost. And it's, like I said, it's light on horror. It's got some of it in. It's got some horror kills in there. It's not an 18 R-rated, you know, really violent. It is just 15 horror. There's some blood. There's some, you know, there's some violence. There's some injuries that happen, and it all adds to the plot and all it works out really well. And the reason for all of this happening is really good, and it shows the way that people are and what they would do for certain things and how we kind of treat technology. And it's really just fun, and it makes you feel good by the end of it. I felt good anyway. I really enjoyed the end of it, and it did tug on my heartstrings a little bit in places as well, which is what you want to see. But yeah, Companion, really enjoyed it. I recommend you go and see this if you just want a nice easy horror film, something good to palate cleanse for anything. Like, you don't want anything as heavy as Nosferatu, and you don't want the headache inducing presence. You want an actual film with a decent story, great acting. Go see Companion. I give it a 7 out of 10. Like I said, it's not perfect, it's not amazing, but it's really fun. So yeah, 7 out of 10 from me. So, have you seen Companion? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you are enjoying these reviews. I've got other reviews on here as well. And you can follow me on my social media. All my links are down below. And until the next time, guys, happy watching.